Now listening to AM 830.
Team right does. It's going to be a high percentage of knuckleballs, and certainly that comes into
JamesCalTustin,
play.
Twitter.com.
80% knuckleballs,
The Angels and the Red
16%
Sox on
fastballs.
AM 830. Terry
And a
Smith,
toss over to first.
Mark
Cole Calhoun
Langston,
back
produced
safely.
by
He
Darren
does have a little
Chen.
curveball that he
We're
will
listening
flip in there,
to
usually
AM
just as a
830
get-ahead pitch to try to
KLAA. James
keep the hitters
CalTustin, the
from
Angels
seeing that
and the Red
knuckleball.
Sox.
And another pitch that
Friday, right now
when
in
you're
the
a
first
knuckleballer and you
inning.
can't get it over for strikes, you got to have something else. Here's the next one on Albert, and he cuts to that one and fouls off the knuckler on the
Albert
right side, backing out
Pujols
of play.
at
So
bat for the Angels. I get
Albert
so
Pujols
excited when Terry comes on the
batting
air
with 1 ball,
in the
2
beginning
strikes.
of the game. I'm on the third player,
Jeffrey
so I
Marte
miss that
hitting
initial
cleanup
when
for the
Terry
Angels
comes
this
into the
plate.
game and
Has 4
announces the
for his last
players
33
and Mark
as the
Langston with
batter
the
waiting
starting
on deck.
lineups. Albert Pujols for the Angels. His batting average has increased. I believe he's
Ready
now
is
in the
ready.
248.
Here's the next one on Albert, and that one knuckleball, it misses. And
So the
count
Red
even
Sox
2
with the
and 2.
knuckleball pitcher. The Friday before the 4th of July, it looks like everyone's either leaving town, getting ready to leave town, or not working today. So it's kind of, the roads are a little not as busy as normal. So if you have nothing to do, or you want to have something to do, you're not going to be able to come to that ball game at Anaheim, but you can watch it on television.
About 365 or so. Of course, you have the big green monster out there, 37.
There's a team that would probably pay half of Albert Pujols' contract, the Boston Red Sox. Remember, the Angels initially paid $260 million for Albert Pujols, and I think he's halfway into his contract, so they're about $130 that they owe, maybe $140, $120, the exact numbers. But the Red Sox are a contending team in the American League, and they have the money, and $100 million for 3 or 4 years or 4 or 5 years is not going to break the Boston Red Sox. And Albert still has baseball left in him. The question is everything so positive in Roger Lodge's radio show that you can't say anything not objective regarding the Angels when they lose 2 sweeps versus the Houston Astros within a week. So that's 6 games, 7 days, swept twice. And I know, we could talk about, the pitching staff or the lack of offense, or last season, Terry was complaining about Jerry Capoto leaving the Angels hanging before the trade deadline. And Terry, there's something I want to ask you, because CalTustin went on the radio and the Sunday before the trade deadline and asked you about players and teams that were buyers and sellers, and I had it on my sheet. And I remember having the Atlanta Braves as sellers on my sheet, and also the Colorado Rockies. And I mentioned Andrelton Simmons to come play for the Angels and his batting average. And I recall you having a cow that Eric Ibar is the shortstop, and I really didn't get to really get into the rest of the players on all my sheets, but I did mention on the Colorado Rockies Carlos Gonzalez, and you liked Carlos Gonzalez at the time. And you're right, Terry, one of the things that you did mention is last season, before Capoto did quit, and his reasons, it really doesn't matter. The Angels were only about 3 or 4 games from first place. And that seems to be a time when the Angels did not pick up any pitchers while other teams did. Specifically, the Texas Rangers now stacked with pitching. The Texas Rangers now have more wins than the Chicago Cubs. And it looks like the Angels just got a double play, so after one, it's 0-0. One of the things I want to talk about is the batting lineup. Mike Scioscia just not compromising with other people's opinion of where to place Trout and Pujols and Calhoun. And early in the season, one of the callers mentioned that you need to get all three of those players up as much as possible. And the game where we came back versus the Seattle Mariners, you did put Calhoun, Trout, and Pujols. In the ninth inning, they were the three batters to come in the ninth inning, 1, 2, and 3. And that was the win in that game. And then the next game, you changed the lineup. Although the Angels did win at Seattle, Mike Scioscia changed the lineup that worked for him on Friday versus the Mariners, the games or the 3 games that they swept